You know, I've been in Congress now for 10 months, and this is the second time the government has been shut down. And what is similar in them both is the reason. Because Democrats have put the priorities of illegal immigrants over the priorities of the people that we swore an oath to protect. That is, the American citizens. A few months ago, the shutdown was to try to give illegal immigrants free health care. And now the shutdown is simply over whether they should go home. What we're dealing with is a fetishization of illegal immigrants that I simply can't understand. Sometimes I think it's delusion, that they live in a world of sunshine and rainbows and pixie dust and unicorns, where anyone who wants should be able to come to the United States, that everyone is good, that no one causes a problem, that they can get all the free stuff they want, they can vote in our elections, and everything will work out just fine. But that's not how it works. We hear a lot about the 2 Americans who were killed, and it is unfortunate that that happened. But what I would note is if they had been staying away from law enforcement while law enforcement was doing their job, which is to round up and send home people who are in our country illegally, who have been told to leave and refuse to do so, nothing would have happened to them.
The Florida man who just spoke characterized the murder of 2 Americans by ICE agents as unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. It's goddamn unacceptable. And everybody should be outraged by that. And he also bragged about the fact that he's been in Congress for 10 months and the government has been shut down twice. I hate to be the one to remind the gentleman, but the last time I checked, his party is in control of everything. The White House, the Senate, and the House. You run the show. So maybe November will be a month of reckoning. Let's hope so, for the sake of this country. Mr. Speaker, if we defeat the previous question, I will offer an amendment to the rule to make an order, amendment number 47, to Senate amendment to the Senate amendment to H.R. 7148, which would allow for an up or down vote on whether to cut the $75 billion Republicans gave ICE in their big ugly bill and use those funds to undo some of the big ugly bill's disastrous health care cuts. Mr. Speaker, last year Republicans voted to kick more than 15 million people off their health care. 15 million Americans they chose to kick off health care through an over $1 trillion cut to Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. Republicans claimed that this was for deficit reduction, but we know that wasn't true. That was a lie. According to the nonpartisan budget experts at the Congressional Budget Office, their big ugly bill added $4 trillion to the national debt, in part by giving ICE boatloads of cash to run roughshod through American cities with zero safeguards. This must end. If Democrats defeat the previous question, we will offer an amendment to repurpose these ICE funds toward lowering health care costs, which Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins voted for just last week. So I challenge my Republican colleagues in this body to do the same.